pain too.
Hello.
Hello, folks.
Get right with it today. Sculpting this thing. Was on the struggle bus for quite some time, but
And we took 2 streams off.
well, yes, did take 2 streams off. Also changed up the lighting a little bit. Got some party lights going.
It is pink.
Pink. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I have new colored light gels to play with, and I'm making it everybody's problem. It is. It's very pink. Goes nice with the green, I think.
Yeah. Set my reference. As much as I love this guy.
Ah, having lots of rain there. Nope, that area is good for a thunderstorm every once in a while.
You know, retentiveness doesn't allow for this.
It doesn't allow for what?
Moving objects on the call it the artboard
Uh-huh.
is a little fiddly.
Okay.
Messes with me.
I see.
It's a cute little bit.
It is a cute
Little gremlin.
Yes, when you search for hairless bats, you never know what you're going to get.
Yep. Okay. He is.
And I mean, that's what I've been struggling with this whole time. Bats are just too cute. It's not my fault took 6 streams to get here.
So do you think you might be done today, or shall I not jinx it?
I might be done for stream, possibly. There is some other stuff that is going to need doing, but I think the most photogenic portions of the sculpt there's always little stuff that needs fixing after stream. Undersides of things and stuff like that. Hard to stream. But yeah, I think the overall general sort of feel is pretty good. Although I did just notice something that vaguely displeases me. I'm not thrilled with the way this indents quite so much. Doesn't look too bad. Add just a little bit anyway. Yeah, that seems better to me. Yeah, it does have a little upper tier orc.
It does.
Thing going on, but that's not the end of the world.
It's like something that could have been out of the like the Lord of the Rings cartoon.
Lord of the Rings
cartoon. Or maybe Star Wars cartoon. I don't know.
I don't remember the Star Wars.
I can oddly get this picture in my head of a cartoon. 80s cartoon.
Yeah, there was something that this guy was reminding me of, and I think it's mostly like a Hear Up kind of thing. But I was also looking at the Great Goblin from the Rankin and Bass.
True. Oh yeah, do I have him as reference?
I mean, you had him as a reference, but...
That guy.
Yeah, like if this thing comes out reading more orc than bat guy, and I'm still pleased with it generally overall, I'm willing to roll with it.
I don't think that's it though.
No, that's not.
That's not what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I can't think what I.
Green pig pug looking guys.
Oh, you should look up not Legend of Zelda. It's the Legend of Zelda cartoon. I forget what it was actually called.
Lord of Hints says, "I saw bat before orc."
Yes.
Lord of Hints, can you give us a hint? No.
I mean, there's definitely some batness in there, but the it's a thing. It pleases me. But thank you, Lord of Hints.
Amanda.
It was like the every other day.
The ears definitely bring it back into bat.
Yeah, it was the every other day of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show was the Legend of Zelda cartoon. And they had the old school Moblins had something of this look.
Where am I starting? What am I looking up?
Legend of Zelda cartoon would probably be a good place to start. And Moblin. Oh, well, I'm glad you like it, Lord of Hits. I don't remember if that
No. It's not what I was thinking. Super Mario. What am I looking up on the Super Mario Show, Chew?
it was okay. The Super Mario Brothers Super Show and the Legend of Zelda cartoon were like every other day things, same time slot back in the day.
Oh, so okay.
So it's a related franchise, but I think you were already there.
I was. Nope, I think I found it.
Did you?
Nope. I think I found the thing that I was thinking of.
You not Gamorrean Guard. Seriously?
A little bit.
Alright.
I mean, if you get rid of the horns and give it
full-on pig nose?
Bat ears instead, and a full-on pig nose, yeah. I think it's the mouth.
I mean,
the mouth and the
it could be.
eyes.
It could have some mouth and eyes.
Picking his nose.
But yeah, the Gamorrean guards are
Yeah, I did find it. No. That's what I was thinking of. Oh. Star Wars.
Yes. Yeah, it's the Gamorrean guards, but I don't see it.
You don't see it?
Not really. Sculpting it for something special. I just really wanted to do a bat creature, and I wanted it not to be adorable. That was important to me because I had just finished a Cyclops sculpt. Matter of fact, it was this Cyclops sculpt.
Judy.
And this one wasn't supposed to be adorable, and then it just was. And I was willing to roll with it once.
He's just a happy little guy.
He's a happy little guy. Yeah, he started going cute, and I embraced it that one time. So when this next sculpt started going cutesy, I went, no, now I'm going to make it horrible. So this thing has been through some stuff. Yeah, I do like the Cyclops. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't want to do two adorable things in a row.
Tell me, other than the ears and the nose shape, doesn't kind of look like that guy.
I mean, everything else is just pig dude. It's a Gamorrean. I guess the eyebrows are kinda sort of there, but his overhang a lot more.
Yes.
But yeah, we're the idea that I was working off, Lord of Hints, was that this is a sort of a fully evolved vampire creature, and that he's got more of a blood-sucking lifestyle than a big biting thing. So I wanted to have a big strong kind of neck pouch kind of deal going on that he can like inflate when he's eating. I mean, I suppose a chupacabra of sorts. That actually wouldn't be a bad kind of idea, branding idea for him. Vampire hamster hybrid. I mean, real vampire bats do kind of hamster me a little bit. I started very much looking at the vampire bat, and they're just so adorable little critters. I don't know. I love me a little vampire bat. I'm also contemplating some like straggly hair back here. I don't know. Got some things still to do, I suppose. Flocked. Can you imagine a flocked mug?
I was like, we have a flocker, don't we?
No, we have a.
Didn't Chewy get?
There's a static grass applicator.
Grass, right?
But still, also. Now, if I was gonna flock any piece of ceramic,
yes,
it would be that carafe that I'm intentionally making the most horrible object possible. Yes. Like that with some little like pubic flocking going on.
And disgusting.
Yeah. It would be unsanitary is what it would be.
Also that.
Yeah, this sculpt, I will admit, has gotten a bit confused at times, but that's okay. I don't mind showing the struggle.
I mean, I imagine sometimes these are gonna go sideways.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, different people have different like ways of working. I imagine there are lots of people who would have just straight up scrapped this sculpt at a certain stage and started over. Because it wasn't doing what they wanted. And there isn't. I mean, that's a perfectly valid way to work. A lot of people do a lot more like pre-prep and sketches than what I would tend to do.
Yo.
For something like this. But I do think there is something valuable about kind of sketching right within the clay, you know.
Yep.
Lets you do more flexible things, I think. It is certainly less good for like if I was doing effects work or something like that, I wouldn't be able to just kind of roll with it when you're part of a team and you've got a brief to work to and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Great. We'll do. Who's that guy?
Who's what guy? Is that the one? Is that the one Payne thinks it might look like?
Oh, I just saved it up.
Yeah, there's something that this character was reminding me of as well, and I still can't place it. Oh. It's an anime thing.
I know it's an anime. Okay, I got that far.
Okay. Well, that definitely can't be what it reminds me of. I did have a set of Dungeons and Dragons themed, like little, almost like that plastic army men kind of thing. And it had a pig-faced orc or goblin type character. But I would have no idea what that would have been. I had that from when I was very little. No idea where it came from, if it was part of a set, or if I picked it up at like a garage sale or something. But there was a pig guy, a sort of orky soldier thing with a kind of cool door-shaped shield, and there was a naga type character, and these little like demon devil things. All in that kind of same monochrome, inexpensive plastic. What?
So that image that Payne sent me, the file extension was JFIF? Jiffy?
Jiffy.
I have never seen Jiffif before.
Jiffy. I don't know if I'm familiar with the Jiffy file format.
Jiffy. No clue. Jiffy.
Could be. Did you send some kind of computer aids?
Yeah.
I think if it was a Trojan horse, wouldn't that be a waifu anime that it was hidden in? Lock the chat for a second.
Why the file size on this one?
Oh.
It's big and weird.
Oh, because no one.
That guy.
I am unfamiliar with ReZero. Because I am unfamiliar with a lot of anime stuff.
Big guy.
I wish I could get into more anime stuff, but the pacing kills me.
Yay, we own the silicone stuff.
You own the silicone stuff?
Yep.
Two
containers of.
That is cool.
So on the auction they had more weird silicone impression kit things. These ones apparently are for taking ear impressions. Yeah.
I wonder.
For ears. Yes. Yes. Dental impressions, but for ears. Yeah.
I wonder what the commercial, like the common commercial application is.
Hearing aids?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, you didn't, did you? Because I think there's like 5 lots.
Jesus.
I got 2.
Yeah.
Oh, prosthetics.
But there aren't that many people that need prosthetic ears.
Well, what if you lost an ear in the war?
Well, no, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, and it is a kind of dangly body part that you might want a prosthetic
we can make
for.
elf
But
ears.
I think it's for taking impressions of. It's not a material for. But yes, we can make elf ears if we wanted to. Theoretically, I mean,
A third ear? Where would we put a third ear? Right in the middle of the forehead?
On the back for dancing.
On the back? What?
No, that was always what the argument was. Where would you put the third breast?
But okay. Put an ear in the middle of your back.
I mean, it worked for that the lab mouse. Pretty sure it was a mouse. Yeah. Can't remember whether it was a mouse or a rat.
We could invent a new Star Trek alien with some kind of crazy face ridges.
I mean, yes.
Some kind of crazy, never before seen face ridges.
I don't know if I can come up with never before seen face ridges. Star Trek has pretty thoroughly plowed the ground of face ridges. So I am just picking away, trying to like add a little bit more concavity to some spots on this. I like.
There's an SCP creature that is a teddy bear made entirely of ears. When it screams, the people around our around our grow ears. Ew! What? Ew! What?
Ear bear. Yeah, the SCP things are fascinating.
Yeah, they're so strange.
I mean, I think that's like 80% of the
people around it who heard it grow ears.
The point and the goal of the SCP.
Just be wacky.
Just be wacky. It probably isn't even as wacky as you think it is.
Yeah.
Because they got there from somewhere, from other SCP ideas.
Yeah. I can see that.
But because you don't have that context, at least that's what I'm going to say to make myself feel better for not coming up with some of these crazy ass things myself.
Yeah. Okay. It reminds me of the show Warehouse 13, except darker and weirder. Did you guys ever watch that show, Warehouse 13?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure you did.
I saw it when you were
You probably
watching
saw it when I was watching.
Like almost every other show that I've
seen. Yes. Yeah, it is kind of old.
Yeah. If I remember what little I remember of it, it was it a Sci-Fi channel?
Yeah, I think it was on Sci-Fi.
Pretty budget. I mean, maybe not budget for sci-fi, but no, pretty budget. I mean, I can tell you from looking at it that was budget friendly.
Okay, well, it's like the same kind of budget quality kind of thing as all of those old sci-fi shows.
As all of those old sci-fi shows. I mean,
Earth 2.
The what now?
There was a Sequest DSV. Old school,
The only secret sequest you need to know about
Stargate
is C Lab.
Xena.
Xena was pretty budget sometimes. Xena was less budget than the Hercules one, though. Because I think that one came out first and was not as popular, and also just,
Yes, definitely into horror stuff. He doesn't watch TV shows so much. I like shows and have been known to binge watch stuff.
Yeah, I have a difficulty with TV shows specifically, and that if I'm going to watch something with my wife, she likes to watch. She's a binge watcher, like a heavy binge watcher.
Yeah.
And I don't have the attention span or the time for that kind of nonsense.
Yeah. Horror TV shows. Detective.
Do you guys?
The last season was in Alaska.
Ooh.
You know what I'm talking.
But yeah, Lord of Hints is looking for
horror TV shows.
Horror TV shows.
Welcome to the conversation.
Yes. Well, no, I was trying. She was looking for, or they were looking for suggestions.
True Detective. Yes.
True Detective.
Yes, the first season was really good. The last season was.
It was the
good
last season,
too,
the Arctic
but it was
one.
a little weird.
With,
Alaska.
Yeah. Okay. I enjoyed the last season, and the first season was obviously the best.
I like Stranger Things. It's not really a horror show. I mean, it is, but it's not.
Yes, and also if there's a chance that Lord of Hints hasn't heard of Stranger Things,
right?
Somehow.
I introduced you to this great
show. It's a little underground, but I think if we give it a chance.
Yeah, Jen, the True Detective middle episodes were weird.
Yeah. I mean, none of it was terrible, though. Let's see.
I haven't watched that yet. I want to. I also want to watch, I don't know if it's horror, Severance. Because James was talking about it, and it seems weird. Not horror, but weird.
Do you happen to watch any Tubi content, Lord of Hints? It's a streaming service that I use quite a lot.
Yeah, pretty much most nights we play the rando what horror movie do we want to watch today game, and
we do that often.
Questionable results.
It's not questionable results.
TUBI.
Yes, TUBI. It's a free one. Unfortunately, it is owned by Fox.
Ew.
Which is ew, but they do have pretty good content if you like horror stuff, and it's completely free. Like, there's no subscription.
Yeah, there are commercials.
Limited commercials. Pretty light on the commercials, really.
Lots of old stuff.
A fair bit of old stuff and a fair bit of weird stuff. Because I was going to suggest... Oh, not available over there. That's too bad. Where's over there, Lord of Hints?
Where is you?
Norway. Okay, I don't think... I don't know anything specific for Norway. I've seen some good like mystery detective TV shows from over that way. We ended up watching a few. Not sure if it was Norway specifically, but Scandinavian. There's definitely a recognizable design aesthetic.
Lovecraft Country was kind of cool.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Speaking of horror,
wasn't bad.
Ghosts, does that count? Yes, very much yes.
Yeah.
Everything's gray.
Not everything in everyone's house is gray.
Everything's gray.
Everything in everyone's house is gray.
They wear gray.
They do. They wear a lot of
gray.
A lot of gray, a lot of taupe in the things. The blue filter is definitely a thing.
Yeah. It's like the opposite of the Miami CSI Miami orange filter.
Exact opposite of Miami.
I think I might be behind on a season of American Horror Story.
Oh, that's true. If American Horror Story is it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't strike me as sad, although sometimes it does remind me of the beige Werner Herzog. There was it's like a bit of a meme that was going around. Someone was doing sad beige items for sad beige children. It's a similar kind of design aesthetic, but yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed
for beige kids.
I enjoyed the muted colors for the actual like watching of the TV show. I thought that was kind of a nice change, because TV can be a little saturated. So that's, that's a nice change. But I'm trying to think if there's anything like.
So I just looked up the top horror shows.
Yeah.
The Strain, created by Guillermo del Toro.
I've heard about that one. I haven't seen it. I know there's an old one that would probably be really hard to find, but I kind of enjoyed it. It was a
Hemlock Grove had the grossest werewolf transition.
It's not the grossest werewolf.
It was pretty gross.
It was awesome, but
it's pretty gross.
It wasn't as good as what was it? Something, that werewolf movie with Angela Lansbury. Same kind of transformation, but that one was better. Yes, In the Company of Wolves. But yeah, I'm put in mind of it was an older show and it would be really hard to find, I would think. You might have to commit certain nefarious acts in terms of downloading.
Sail the high seas.
Sailing the high seas. But it was a like an X-Files kind of vibe that had Lance Henriksen in it, and it was called Millennium. There's only like a season or two, but I remember it being entertaining. I suspect you have. But yeah, it's I don't know anywhere where that would be streaming, but if that's something that you can find, I feel like it would be worth a watch. might not hold up.
Chucky TV show. Somebody mentioned that this week.
The Chucky TV show?
Yeah, I didn't know there was a Chucky TV show.
There's an everything TV show right now. But yeah. Yeah, I've seen some images from the Chucky TV show. It looks interesting. Torchwood. Oh, I remember.
Wasn't Torchwood the spin-off from...
Yeah, it's a Doctor Who spin-off.
I think I watched a couple episodes. I don't think I really got very far into it, though.
The other thing that I could always recommend, if you haven't seen them, there was an old Jim Henson's Creature Shop project called The Storyteller, and they did a little series on Greek myths, and they did a little series on just sort of general sort of European style fairy tales, and those are both
Midnight Mass.
Super watchable. Yeah, Midnight Mass was not bad. I think that was on Prime. Netflix. Yeah, it was on Netflix.
Cabinet of Curiosities.
Yep. We did watch. We watched at least some of that. Oh yeah,
no, we watched that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro.
Wait, there was an Exorcist TV show?
There is currently an Exorcist TV show, I believe.
This says 2016, 2018.
Really? Okay. It's popped up on something then.
There's an Omen one too? The Cabinet of Curiosities one? Ordinance?
Yeah, no, I've...
I don't remember.
Cabinet of Curiosities
I don't
was...
know if it really stood out that much.
It was... It was unremarkable. But it was good enough.
Yeah.
There was also that one with the weird fairies stuff.
Carnival Row?
Yeah, did you already mention that one?
No.
No. That one, oh, and the one with Grumpy Cat.
I was just gonna say that. Penny Dreadful.
By the way, Grumpy Cat is not... it doesn't actually have Grumpy Cat. It had Ava Green, who I'm sure is a perfectly lovely person. Just the way they...
She's both hot and also Grumpy Cat.
The way they put... The way she painted her eyebrows on in that particular show, it took me a while to figure out who she reminded me of, and it was Grumpy Cat. So
I like that one.
If you haven't seen Penny Dreadful, it was a better than average show, and if you're familiar with Grumpy Cat, I'm sorry, that will pretty much...
Something. It could be a fit. I don't know.
That will pretty much never not stick in your mind whenever she pops up.
These good old Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, Tales from the Crypt. From back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Well, Hannibal.
Yeah.
Hannibal's good.
Hannibal was good. Hannibal was good. I don't know. I think what was it, second or third season, where it kind of went
off the rail.
I don't even know if I saw all of that.
Jumped the shark, indeed. Just after a while, something just felt like like watching it was like a fever dream, which I think is intentional.
Possibly.
Think about it. What we do in the shadows.
Yeah. Horror themed.
Love
not,
that show.
Not horror, but.
No, not horror, but great.
Yeah, that is. I think that's one of the best shows that's been done in recent memory.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't think of a better.
I'll allow it.
Like.
Speaking of which, bat.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there was like a better show written recently. I really can't think of one. Very much a like.
Yeah.
Kind of office vibe.
Yep.
In terms of like viewership and stuff, I think.
Yeah, our flag means stuff was good too. Everything gets canceled.
Flag means death. I don't believe I saw that one.
It's pirates and stuff.
Oh, you know, I remember seeing an ad for that, and then I don't think I ever saw it.
It's fun.
I could see. Yeah, Taika Waititi definitely has a style that is very distinct.
Is it Daybreakers? That's the high school cliquey one, Pam? So is it kind of Twilight-ish? Twilighty? What's that other one? There's another like high school drama-y vampire one. Vampire Diaries, I want to say.
Oh, nope.
No, I don't. You would hate it. You would hate it.
I believe you. I fully believe you, but I have like that's those two words in that combination sound like a thing that I've heard before.
Yeah.
But I have no idea. Was it like super popular or was it like little?
Oh yeah. I can't do subtitles when I'm trying to. I often will sit in the living room and paint ceramics and binge something in the background. I can't read when I'm doing that.
Yeah, that's really.
Even better if it's a show that I've watched a bunch of times already, so I don't even actually have to watch it.
Yeah. I mean, I used to watch some of the Studio Ghibli movies without subtitles specifically because it didn't matter what the plot absolutely didn't matter. It
was pretty.
It was super. The animation was beautiful. I think I kind of.
Oh yeah, Payne will definitely have anime for us.
Yeah, there was Payne. You might be able to name this one. There was an anime horror thing where people sprouted a lot of like little bug legs quite frequently. I think you and Ernie showed me part of an episode. It may have been one of the Halloween movies. I would say older, very late 90s, early 2000s kind of vibe. Not Dr. Blowjob. There was one anime, and I cannot remember what it was, but there was a there was an awkward edit in the show. Pain will know what Dr. Blowjob was from.
Okay.
And also potentially why we were calling him Dr. Blowjob, because at this point I can remember. I remember the joke. I don't remember the reason for it. I know it was also related to like the most uber violent, like it could have been gout. The only downside is I wouldn't know it by name, so if it isn't, then I also don't know that. But yeah, if that's the one with the machine gunning down a lot of kids portion, because I'm pretty sure that was in the same movie as Dr. Blowjob. But yeah, I would not be of any use with the name at all.
Castlevania.
Yeah, the animated Castlevanias weren't too bad. I didn't really care for The Witcher, but it looked good. Some of the creature designs were good.
The Witcher's one I could rewatch. Hell's Paradise.
Don't know that one. Yeah, I thought the creatures in The Witcher were good. The show was lame. But I also don't care for shows where they like do a lot of skipping around narratively. If for no other reason, then usually that's a cover for we don't have anything that would be interesting if we just, you know, told it in a linear fashion, but you won't notice how little sort of interest we have if you're constantly trying to remember, now who the hell is that? Who is she and why is she fucking him? Yeah.
Oh, iZombie, that was a fun show.
Another one that I wasn't.
No, that was more.
That was
a comedy.
It was also a very much standard issue sitcom with a zombie theme.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Very much.
I can agree to that. The temple idols and they release prisoners on an island looking for a room that elixir. There's return apart and if they come.
That is a completely new one for me.
Okay, this IMDb's list is kind of wacky for the top 4 shows. Got Disenchantment on it.
What's Disenchantment again? Yeah. Oh, it's the Futurama from...
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't very horror-y.
No.
Good, fun.
It is.
Fun, not horror-y.
Not horror at all.
does put me in my mind of something.
Higurashi?
I've heard that name.
What's Higurashi?
I think it's very popular. Damn it, I was just thinking. Oh, there was a From Dusk Till Dawn TV show. I can neither confirm nor deny its quality, but I do remember that it was. I do remember that it existed. I also don't know if who, if anyone, from the original From Dusk Till Dawn was related to the show. But yeah, if Robert Rodriguez is in any way related to the show, it's probably all right. From Dusk Till Dawn is perpetually one of my favorite horror films, even though it is a bit genre straddling. Reminds me, I gotta find a good print of Rabid Granny still. I'm not letting that one go.
Do you, though?
I do. The Rabid Granny, like the whole prosthetic. I think the show where the huge heads and teeny tiny bodies. I mean, that was a whole anime style for a while.
Where'd the word go?
Higurashi?
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. When they cry.
Mm-hmm. I love that we can just like turn over the chat at this point.
I know. I'm like, I've not heard of any of these.
Nope. I have nothing to add anymore.
But it has been a while since I watched any anime. Hellsing, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Hellsing Abridged, extra fuck
Okay,
yeah.
the abridged version was better.
Yes.
I think
the last anime I watched was the Delicious Dungeon.
I think Hellsing may have been the only anime that I saw before I saw the abridged version.
Okay.
Like I'd seen Dragon Ball Z. Like,
I know. Yeah, I mean,
but I hadn't
there's
seen
Dragon
any
Ball Z,
amount
and
of
then
it.
there's Hellsing, and then Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Are there any others? That's it, right?
I mean, from Team 4-Star, yes. There are other abridging groups.
So you'd never watched Dragon Ball Z, or
no?
I didn't like. I was aware of it, but I'd never actually watched it.
I was aware of it. I was aware of the style of it.
Oh yeah, okay, I knew that. I also haven't watched Sword Art Online either.
Nope. I want to say that one, if it's the one I'm thinking of, has...
I think that's a Netflix show, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Okay, maybe that's not the one I'm thinking of. But I think there was an abridged version.
Yeah, that's what Payne said.
Yeah. It may not have been Sword Art. I don't know. I saw bits and pieces of a couple of that one abridged, and that was quite funny. It wasn't Team 4-Star, but
somebody else.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel the need to watch.
No. No, Dragon Ball Z was one of the ones that had the worst tendencies when it comes to like the pacing problems from anime. That what was the one you used to watch? Bleach? Was that one of the ones where they spent most of an episode?
You'd get into a fight and it would be like 3 episodes of charging your lasers.
Yes. Yeah, that. Oh.
Yeah. I eat out of the mouth eyelash bowl all the time.
It's true.
It's my favorite.
They're a very convenient, like low kind of bowl plate kind of thing. I wonder the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I can't remember how much of this version we have on actually Instagram.
The crazy one. Hold your butts.
It's just the for giggles resculpt that I did that seems quite popular among a few people.
Yeah. Yes.
It mostly survived the molding process, no problem, and I've been looking at the seriously degraded 90s movie puppets.
I'm trying to convince him to make a mold of this one to actually make cups out of it, but he doesn't want to.
I don't want to. I don't think it would. I don't think it makes economic sense to do this thing, and mold making is a huge pain in my ass.
I think it's fantastic.
It's good fun, but
Payne thinks you need to make a roid slime.
White slime. No. I don't know why. I have no idea why the roid slime would be.
I'm like, we haven't sent anything to Norway yet, I don't think.
Just Germany. No, I think we actually did once.
Did we?
Ages and ages ago. No, I could be wrong. We've sent to Australia a few times, Germany a couple of times now. But yeah, I actually think I want to say Norway was one of the first exotic locations we sent to.
Exotic location.
I mean, it was one of the ones where it was like,
Scotland.
Yeah, well, we did send a few pieces to Scotland. But yeah, there was one way back in the day before I started doing molded stuff. It may not have been Norway. But definitely off, like, yeah. Yeah, shipping and taxes is hard. It really does make stuff way more expensive than I don't think we've ended up charging more in shipping and or taxes than the cost of the product yet, but it's gotten reasonably close a couple of times. Yeah, we're I know one thing that I would consider doing.
No, weirdly enough, when I had to switch to different carrier from Canada Post, we found it was actually slightly cheaper.
Yeah. Also faster.
Definitely faster.
FedEx at the very least FedEx Canada is in possession of a
time machine.
Yeah, or a Star Trek style transporter or something that they haven't shared with anybody else, because we had a piece make it to California or Florida
in
2 days. And not 2 shipping days either. Legitimately, we dropped it off at noon or a little before on a Tuesday, and it was there by the Thursday.
Yeah.
But yeah, one thing that I would like to do, if it was possible, some of my designs that are a little bit weirder, or just, for people that are further away, is if I could find a reasonable source for 3D scanning, make the STL files available for people to print.
I don't know about that.
About what one?
About that idea. I don't know.
Well, not everything, but the odd thing, something that I wasn't planning on doing anything with, the Ninja Turtle. I might not make them just widely available, but
Yeah. Aim's like, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Same.
Well, I don't think there's anything in my sculpting Like, these ideas aren't so
It's not. Well,
fantastically
okay,
brilliant.
it's partially the ideas, but it's not just the idea. It's the actual you making the thing.
Yeah, I make.
Yeah. Get ready to find one wish. Exactly.
You know, I'm not actually. I'm not mad at that. If it was especially if it was a design I wasn't going to do anything with, like I said. Um,
They'll also make terrible versions. I have
Good.
heard horror stories about people getting like customers contacting them all pissed off because
Yeah.
of the thing they bought,
From,
but they didn't actually
they
buy,
didn't buy it from them.
the actual
Yeah.
artist. They bought the shitty version from Wish.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean that's a thing that will maybe if we're very good and apply ourselves.
I like that the exclusive makes for some absolutely amazing pieces to show off. Definitely. Yeah, that's a factor too.
Yeah, it's
Because like
definitely
if any of our collectors had bought like your stuff, and then all of a sudden they find out you're just like
giving out the
giving it away
No,
for
no, no.
free.
I wouldn't do it with something that I had already molded, but something that I just did as like a goof, like the Ninja Turtle or something like that. Like, I'm not gonna do anything with it.
Yeah, exactly, Bane.
Hmm?
The people getting mad at you. Shitty copy.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we will get successful and well known enough that that'll be a thing. I mean, you haven't really truly made it until
somebody's ripped off
until your stuff's getting ripped off. But yeah, I think that's one nice thing about just the nature of the ceramic objects that I'm making is they are very labor intensive. So they're almost not worth ripping off. The thing I would be most concerned about would be people pretending to be us and selling junk versions, and people just getting ripped off because they couldn't tell the difference between our sales and their sales. Like, I wouldn't want our customer or our collectors or customers getting tricked, but certainly I wouldn't mind putting out an inexpensive version of some stuff for people to just when it's like people that are further away, and it wouldn't be hard to reverse engineer a mold from a 3D print, for sure. I mean, it would be almost as easy for if a company wanted to build a mold like from my stuff, it would be as easy as just buying one and then pulling a silicone mold from that. It's a yeah, we do try and keep the prices pretty reasonable. We're on the lower end of the kind of things that we make. Yeah, I can only imagine that that you are in a significantly more expensive. Pricing handmade stuff is very difficult. Um, I always try and use a sort of a market approach when I do it. Try and find someone else that's doing kind of similar work, and you start from there. I would say maybe just a little bit higher or lower depending on the kind of vibe you get. Like for my work, I was looking at oh, hello Sea Doodle and Burly Bear. Yeah, for my work, I was looking at an artist that goes by Turkey Merc. I was looking at their prices as kind of an early guesstimate point for mine, and a little bit lower because they had quite a bit of name recognition.
Yes.
That they had developed. So
very much yes. Hi guys.
Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Burly Bear. It's moving along. I think we're off the struggle bus.
That's good.
Well, that's very cool. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the stream. Does he have a name? You know, I don't really have a name for him yet. I've just been calling him the Bat Creature. What is it? What is that face indicating?
Some spin on Jackie Daytona.
I feel like that might be too obscure.
No, that's not obscure. Come on. It's not obscure at all.
Some spin on Jackie Daytona. Well, especially because Jackie Daytona was like...
He's a real human bartender.
He is a real human bartender. And what about this says real human bartender?
Nothing. That's why it's funny. Oh.
Holy.
Wait, do you mean like each t-shirt though, right?
Gorlo.
Right? Gorlo? Okay.
Is that a nick? Is Gorlo a reference to something? Because if it is, that might answer the question of what crazy thing this guy's reminding me of.
Okay.
Whew.
At least it's each.
Now I want to see Lord of Hints t-shirt designs.
We played with t-shirts a bit. Only a very bit.
I don't...
Mostly because we couldn't really figure out how to get, like, justify any kind of profit margin, because we don't want to buy a whole bunch of t-shirts and keep them in stock. So if we did, we kind of do
the print to
the
order
print on
thing.
demand.
T-shirts are also a very saturated market. Like it's hard to Pokemon embroidered on your style.
Did you follow us on Instagram so we can follow you back?
Yeah, that's a good.
Because that sounds like the sort of stuff I'm into. Embroidery and
embroidery
Pokemon.
is
embroidery and Pokemon.
Embroidery is hard too.
It is.
Like, are we talking? Well, I mean, Yeah, that does make sense.
Nope, I absolutely will follow you back.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no not because we're obligated to.
Because they're cute.
Because turn it around, I see.
Here you go.
Oh.
Katamari King fan art, yes.
Wait. That doesn't look like machine embroidery either.
No. It's hand embroidery.
What? That is an absolute pile of stitches. Wow.
I did that once. Once. Ooh, I can do it. I'm gonna assume that I haven't fixed the linking thing yet, so I might need to do it.
Yes, why make it easy?
Oh yeah, you sound like me.
Oh.
I do everything in the most anal retentive backwards ways.
I mean,
Problem.
I hope you are enjoying the process. Wow, that is as somebody who like I used to be a painter professionally. And you know, I would know artists that did things with like colored pencils and stuff. And that seemed like that was a whole thing. As far as like, you know, making many repeated marks.
Oh, I should have asked if that's okay. Is that okay?
Oh yeah. That seems you guys have to excuse us. We're not good at this. We don't know the etiquette always. Yeah, we
God, now I don't know how to.
We put up your Instagram link, Lord of Hints. So if you want that taken down, just, you know, shout it out and it comes down immediately.
Oh no, you're fine. Okay, good, because I haven't figured out how to delete it yet.
Oh. Okay, well, that's a good thing because I thought we could.
Okay,
no.
but now I'm gonna keep trying to figure out how to delete it because boop.
No, if anybody has anything that they want to share, please do.
I'm so confused. Well, I know it had links turned off.
Yeah, we wouldn't. I mean,
and then see, the problem is during stream, something comes up, and I'm like, "Ooh, I need to figure out how to do that," and then I'm trying to quickly figure out how to do it while we're streaming at the same time. And then I realize that that's a dumb idea, and then I'm like, no, I'll do that later, and then I proceed to never do that later.
Yes. But yeah, if anybody has anything they would like to share in terms of their work or portfolios, sharing is great. Even if you do feel like it's kind of advertising a little,
it's fine. We don't care.
No, we don't care. as long as it's cool stuff, we're happy to to advertise feels like the wrong word to our literally dozens of not even dozens.
Well, that's like every time somebody comes in and spams us with like
Yeah.
secret chat thought.
Yes.
It's like, ah, joke's on you, nobody's here.
Um, but yeah, no, we like to. We'd love to share other people's work, and also that's for me personally. That is a big part of how um, I guess, relate to people is through the cool things that they make and do and like. So
Thank you.
it helped. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad we have a cozy stream. I mean, I always encourage you to be working on stuff. Pain. I encourage everyone to be working on stuff, but especially Pain.
Okay, so what brings me? Yeah, no. I have no idea.
Working on stuff is very key. Speaking of working on stuff, Pain, did you see that Stilt Beast Studios has started posting videos more again? That's another I feel like they're a cozy kind of channel. Stilt Beast on yeah, Vine Jungle Toy Factory or something like that is his other channel. It's a the one I'm talking about is a YouTuber who does like horror haunt kind of content mostly. His name is Alan Hops, and he does his channel is Stilt Beast Studios. If anybody's looking for like a
What would be a good thing to link to? Is YouTube?
that's what I mostly know.
Okay.
But yeah, I enjoy. I have thoroughly enjoyed his YouTube channel. There's some interesting techniques. Yeah, Stilt Beast Live is good too. I don't know if they've posted to that in a bit. Oh, so
Yeah, I can see that being a problem.
we do put stuff up on as VOD after, because yeah, we can be an awkward time zone. I have some friends in the UK that would love to hop on the stream, but they'd be in the same boat. It is a different vibe. And I'm glad I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think there's anything. We're not planning on doing any like earlier streams. We're We're very busy. Okay. Wait.
In the chat.
You delete messages all the time.
Okay, I can ban people.
Oh, you have to ban the person to
Yeah.
delete the message. Well, that seems weird.
I wonder I can find it.
I
It doesn't
guess-
exist.
I guess maybe you just have to let the typos live.
Yep. No, there's not. I've been meaning to try and figure out how to delete comments for a while. I just never got there.
Yeah.
And it's because you can't.
It's mostly just for when we, want to put a link or something up.
Kid cat. Yeah, that's a setting too on whether other people could share links.
Yeah. Well, no, but also like we might not want to have something just last forever. Or if we just, fuck up a link or whatever.
Truth. Another good reason to have a Discord. 'Cause then I can delete it.
You could. Now I'm just getting really picky about stuff for no really good reason.
Yeah. How do you feel about what you got going on there?
How do you feel about what I got going on?
I haven't really been paying attention.
Well, how do you feel about that?
I haven't been paying attention to what you're doing. What are you talking about?
I know. You never pay attention to what I mean. My wife never pays any attention
Nope.
to me.
Nope.
She's mean to me, guys.
I am.
I mean, I like a lot of stuff that's going on.
It is my job.
Right now I'm just trying to kind of do a little bit more on this side of what's happening over here. The underchins. I love an underchin. I'm realizing that as a sculptor, I'm a big double chin man, apparently. Like
That explains.
that's my apparently that's my freak when it comes to sculpting. I don't know what my particular problem is, but yeah, I'm liking the this sort of lumpy transition that's happening on this side, and I want to get it over here. But yeah, I'm mostly happy with this sculpt, I think. I'm happy with many aspects of it.
So the teeth.
What about the teeth?
I'm a little confused on which are bottom teeth and which are top teeth.
They're all top teeth.
They're all top teeth.
They're all top teeth. He's got some like heavy receding gumness going on.
Oh.
I like the.
'Cause I thought that was lip.
Yeah, like this. This is kind of lip. That's kind of like no top lip. Yeah,
Ah.
that kind of thing.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna detail around a little bit to make
like,
that read a little different, but I kind of like that tooth forward thing. like the
Uh,
I like
okay.
aspects of the silhouette too.
I just don't know if that. I don't know if that reads like how you mean it to, or because it just doesn't. Without the explanation, I don't know that it makes sense.
But then he doesn't really have a top lip.
Yeah.
Well, I know one way to fix that.
Sorry. Nothing. Nothing happened.
Let's see what happens if we add a top, just for funsies.
Okay.
There's one thing about the lack of a top lip.
Because it looks like 2 should be bottom teeth and 2 should be top teeth, but they're not.
They wouldn't fit that way.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I want him to have I think I want him to have like no bottom teeth.
Okay.
Like just like he just doesn't have bottom teeth. Like he just pierces and gets in there, you know?
Is Chewy still here?
Like he's just he's really gross.
Oh, are you gonna give him the John Waters mustache?
Maybe. I
don't know if you can do both.
I can do
have
both.
no lip and also all 4 teeth are on the top.
I could.
Okay, technically you can do whatever you want, but
That is kind of grody, isn't it? Like with the it's
so
like
stupid.
it's
John Waters.
no, well, yes. But it's also like the oh, we definitely glaze all of ours. It's underglaze. Yeah, it looks like the Stephen Colbert impression of Eric Trump.
Yes.
But yeah, not having the upper lip does also cause a problem that you get a lot of expression from the upper lips. It sounded dirtier than it was meant to.
Mm-hmm.
You get a lot of expression from the lip.
Mm-hmm.
They convey a lot of information about how a person's feeling. Oh, I kind of think that's way grosser though.
The lip being way up there.
With the lip way up there.
See, yeah.
Like I'm kind of
Yeah, because then you still have the whole gumminess, but
Yeah.
at least it kind of
makes it
makes
read.
sense. Yeah.
And also it looks way grosser. So
Because it looks like his swollen gum needs are gum.
yeah. Yeah, like I want him to have this like kind of very specialist feeding mechanism. No, not that. You can't be adorable again. No. I don't suppose you have an image of it when it was really cute.
Not
A few streams ago, it was
handy.
a few streams ago. I had the I'd been working on the proportions very much from an actual vampire bat, and he had the eyes I have raised up since then, but it had Hello Kitty face. very much Hello Kitty face. Which is, it's kind of hard to explain, but there's a thing that the Sanrio design team tends to do, and the nose and the eyes are either in line or the eyes are even drop below the level of the nose, which doesn't sound like it would be adorable. If you want to have some fun photoshopping someone's face, just pull their eyes down, push their nose up until they're wrong way around. It definitely doesn't add up to cute. But yeah, for whatever reason, with animal things, it looks way too cute. But yeah, I'm kind of digging this. Got kind of a... Oh, hi, Sea Doodle. We're good. I'm good. The wife is good.
A little chilly.
A little chilly.
Otherwise fine.
Yeah, otherwise fine. First stream back in a little while. We took a couple of streams off because of Comic-Con work and recovery time.
Yeah. Blame the chilliness on the basement and not the... I think.
I mean, it's hard to say. Nice. I love a good Lovecraft reference. Well, you absolutely feel free.
Use it for inspiration.
Use it for inspiration. Use it for visual reference. If we can hook you up with better images, let us know. Do you run like a tabletop RPG game kind of thing, or? Oh, that's cool. The wife and I played a very little bit of that. We had a D&D thing going with a couple of friends. Oh, jeez. Those things are notoriously impossible to keep going. I mean, I think we got maybe halfway through a crazy campaign thing.
I think we just all collectively at the same time lost interest.
We just it kind of fell apart.
Reasons.
Because of reasons and busyness. But it was excellent for a while, because I was still stuck in the States. Well, my wife was stuck in Canada. I do enjoy a bit of world building. And
it was during COVID.
Character building.
It's been a while.
Yes. Yeah. It was, I think we started planning it even, was it even slightly pre-COVID when we first started?
I think we did start in real life. Like we didn't do many. We had like one or two.
Yeah.
And then everything went to shit.
Yeah. What was the name of the leech? Was it just Leech? Um, was he a He-Man toy? I thought it was a. I thought that was a She-Ra toy because he was part of the Horde monsters. At least the one I had with the actual like suction cup mouth.
Ouch. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Was it spelled funny?
No.
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 Oh, they got lazy.
Nope. Straight up just leech.
The stupid names for the He-Man toys were like they were just everything. I am eventually going to do a He-Man something. I'm going to do He-Man something monster thing. It will definitely happen. What is the redacted word between do and that in
Hang on.
I'm guessing it's shit, maybe?
Oh, do dumb shit.
Do dumb shit, okay.
Yeah. That my character would do.
I mean, that is definitely a thing in Dungeons and Dragons. You gotta have the right group. No, you swear all you want. I am on the version that I happen to be looking at of chat is a non-signed in version. So it gets
the rest of us can see you swearing.
It gets redacted, and I'm not changing it because it's amusing sometimes. It's nuts the things that that Twitch is like, no, that's a naughty word. Yes, I'm using the Amish version of Twitch. But yeah, no, we are a fully vocabulary inclusive stream. We encourage swearing in all languages too. So if anybody knows any fun curse words,
Tabernacle.
yes. Named all of the goblins we meet after cleaning products.
Nice.
Nice.
Sounds like my kind of shenanigans.
Well, I had terrible shenanigans planned for our D&D campaign that we never quite got. Like, we finished right before my worst shenanigans. And my character was a deranged halfling assassin. A deranged pervy halfling assassin. Yeah, before we quit, he had just gotten the power to basically spend a certain amount of money and time and just make people believe him. probably kind of effective too. Like you couldn't go murder hobo on Scrub Daddy. Like the ultimate protection from murder hoboing. Can't just stab up Scrub Daddy. I do feel like shenanigans are probably. Oh, that's a good point, Mr. Just resist the temptation to mess with the DM by killing off as many of them as possible so that they needed replacement. Start getting into some really fun names. Have an encounter with the goblinish mage Fabuloso. That's a good point too. So I guess it could go either way. It's either a guarantee that your players won't go murder hobo or a guarantee that they will. See how many cleaning products the DM knows. Nope. That is very fair. Nope. My wife's character when we were playing was a some sort of a part giant creature. I forget the exact term. Called largesse. I think in the event that we ever started up a new game, I might make a wizard. I kind of want him to have fireball tattooed across the knuckles.
That would be like fireball.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I think that would definitely be a way that people would know what was coming with a mage. Ooh, that'd be mean. That's just his epic quest to learn how to cast fireball. He's the worst mage ever. Better yet, he's not even not even a wizard class. He's a fighter. He's really wanted to multi-class so he could cast fireball. Bon ami. Oh, that is. I think putting that upper lip on him really pushes him in a Star Warsy direction, but I'm here for it, so.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad you.
It's almost time
I think
again, too.
Yeah, I think it's like.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kane.
Mm. Hmm. Start in. I haven't even really got to the like back half of this guy. I mean, I think one shots are probably a lot of fun. I have not tried one. But they seem like a good time. I don't think we could have gotten anything done in a one shot though. Our group was
Shenanigans.
let's call it unruly.
Yes.
One shot could be kind of fun for those players that seem to have like a, I don't know,
Unruly and riddled with anxiety.
I was gonna say one of those players that really seems like they have a young adult fantasy novel lodged in there somewhere that they just really need to exercise. There's a lot of we weren't all of us all the time on the same page. We had somebody that really wanted to do some wild character development thing that she absolutely was refusing to express. I mean, so it was like, it wasn't even a particular set of cartoons, it was just all cartoons.
Just whatever. Can I be Dr. Girlfriend?
Only if you do the voice.
I don't know, I can't.
I mean, I can't. Doesn't stop me.
Well, you have a better chance than I do.
I do. I probably could get there. I used to do a pretty mean cart. It is 10 o'clock. Okay, we should probably call it. I feel like we made some good edits. We made some good edits, and obviously the real progress was the friends we made along the way.
Yes. So, do you think this will be picked up on
Yes,
Tuesday?
I'm gonna have to pick it up again. I will finish it eventually.
Okay.
I will finish it eventually. This is gonna be, it's either that or it's going on a shelf somewhere and it'll just be my Moby Dick for the rest of time. Get it out and sculpt on it every few streams. Just never get finished. Anyway, thanks a lot for dropping in, everybody. Hope you had a fun stream. We will be back on Tuesday. Same time. Oh, you're very welcome. Have a good night and early morning.
Night, guys.